Hey everyone, it is already into the second week of December, and that means it's time for State of the Table, number 5. Alright, thanks for joining me. If you are new to the channel, I am Ryan, also known as Rezial, and this is State of the Table, where I take a look at the hobby table. Very raw, very little editing. We're just getting in on this IRL and getting a look at what things are looking like this week. Got some new things planned coming up, probably after the new year as far as videos and topics like that. Also trying to dial in the schedule, so just keep in mind that things may change a little bit as we go forward, but without further ado, let's get into it. All right, welcome to the hobby table. I've got a wider view for us to look at to start off with. Gonna try to keep this as quick as possible, unlike last week. I just wanted to kind of give you a look of where it's sitting at, and kind of move in from there and get in on the details and stuff. So it is, you know, it's a bit messy. It's a bit, you know, chaotic in certain respects. It's also not totally chaotic. I've got stuff more or less organized. Within a couple of steps, I can get it moved around. So let's get tighter in on the table and get a look at what's going on. All right, so what we've got going on this week, if you can't tell right off the bat, the very first thing is I have a big Be'lakor model sitting here, which is a, this is a sweet kit. Thanks to my buddy for letting me paint this for him. I'm actually gonna do it as a this month's painting competition. I'm not going to enter into the Discord painting competition next month, and this being the last month of the year, I really wanted to do something cool and outstanding. You know, nothing really to do with like worrying about, you know, how I place so much as just getting the chance to do the model, pushing myself, getting to show off something cool, and also getting this guy ready for us to use in games sooner rather than later. And so those are all good things that I'm interested in doing, and for that, basically I'm gonna get until the 2nd of January to have it fully completed and photoed for the competition. Of course, we'll probably be talking about that from time to time as I go on it, but also I did go ahead and pick up some Pro Acryl paint. So these are going to be my first Pro Acryl paints. They are all transparents. So I have green, blue, red, yellow, and orange. And there are some more paints in that line, but I just wanted to try these out. They're very, you know, they're not all primary, but they are primary and secondary, and wanted to kind of go with that. So also in the meantime, I've got what I was working on in between is some more of my Blood Angels parts. I do have a little bit more work done on my Death Company models, getting those up, and I went back and retouched some of the parts on some of the models that had been worked on where I had primed them black to kind of go over the magnets that I put in. So started working on the reds on this guy, for instance, other parts of other models doing that. And so that's where I'm at there. Also, this being the holiday month, it's going to be a bit more hectic, you know, getting ready for Christmas and stuff like that, and doing all the family things and stuff like that. So I do have some lighter projects sitting around. I think the Be'lakor project's going to take up the majority of my time when I have the free time anyway. But also, I've been still working on stuff like this, which is not 40K, that are very nice to do cheaper projects, stuff with like cars and stuff like this. So I picked up these 3 in kind of an attempt to further that along. I really want to get these on the table and kind of go through ways to use them. So what we have here is kind of like 3 different methods of doing a Hot Wheels car for, say, a game like Gaslands or Car Wars, or just to have a cool model. This is the type of thing I would encourage any hobbyist to check out, because I mean, whatever country you live in, whatever area, you can generally get these for somewhere around $1 or the equivalent of that. You can get cheaper cars as well. You don't have to get like the name brand, or you can get more expensive ones. There are those, but I mean, as a cheap project, you can pop one of these out and actually do all sorts of different things. You can go as far as taking them apart and swapping parts, or you can just do minor things. And I have done that in the past. Finally, from hobby new stuff I did end up getting at least one model for my Tyranids for the foreseeable future. This is probably all I'll pick up until we know more about rules, and that is a Tyrannofex. I needed a Tyrannofex. In fact, I probably need another Tyrannofex anyway, just because of what's in my collection. But also, I owned a Tervigon. I still own a Tervigon, but at one point I wanted a Tyrannofex so badly that I tore the Tervigon's parts off and did a poor job of it. If you have plastic glued like the parts onto your Tervigon's underside, on the bottom part of the body down here underneath where the birthing parts go and all that for your Termagants, don't pull it apart. That was a dumb idea on my part. It left too much work, so luckily I needed a Tyrannofex anyway. I can build my Tyrannofex and I get the leftover parts for the Tervigon, and I can reattach them to my Tervigon, and hopefully with my level of confidence it will not be a problem and you'll never notice the difference, and I'll have both. So there is that. And I think probably the last thing I'll talk about this week is Badger sent me my replacement parts for my Patriots. So this guy is back in the saddle, and I got the extreme detail, the fine detail kit. So I've got the needle backed out of the nozzle currently, so that even if it is sitting on my stand over there, if something did happen, it's not going to damage the needle. And I also have this nozzle guard on there as well, just because I don't want to have to deal with that again. And while I was in getting that stuff, I went ahead and ordered a replacement nozzle for my Sotar 2020, because the one I have is pretty heavily clogged, and I keep meaning to clean it, but I never get around to it. I keep procrastinating on that, so I went ahead and got a second one. And even though the one that I have is perfectly serviceable, I just need to clean it, this means I have two. And so that is a great thing. I mean, these things are so tiny that I'm just going to end up clogging my Sotar nozzle from time to time. So I figured having a second one was not a bad idea. So yeah, that's it. This has been State of the Table number 5. I hope you guys got some enjoyment and goodness out of this. And of course, if you have, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Check out the other social medias, Twitter and Instagram. And that's it. You guys have a great one.